Kalamazoo County Sheriff Richard Fuller is joining us this morning from our nation's capital, where he's been attending the National Sheriff's Association get-together. How are you this morning?
I'm spectacular, Ken. How are you?
Doing very well. Thanks so much for taking time out to join us this morning. And we'll talk a little bit about what you have learned and who you've been talking to in Washington in just a moment. But first of all, congratulations are in order for your department and others around the area passing your accreditation test.
Yes. So the Michigan Law Enforcement Accreditation Commission held a meeting yesterday to decide what agencies have passed the accreditation. Lengthy process. It takes going through 500 different directives and making sure that you accurately are able to convey to your staff that these are what you need to meet to be a part of this program. And thankfully, the sheriff's office had a lieutenant in charge of just this, making sure that we made it through the accreditation process. That was a Lieutenant Jeff Baker, who has really taken on the bull by the horn and made sure that we passed this accreditation. So we were one of 12 agencies in the state of Michigan yesterday to pass, and I'm extremely proud of the Kalamazoo County Sheriff's Office and all the people involved in the process. But again, it's a lengthy process, and it's really just the beginning, because we have to yearly go through a process to make sure that we prove that we are still capable of doing those things and still allowed to be accredited. Mind you, this is only for the side of the house where you see our police cars coming or our detectives involved, and it is not the jail. The jail itself does not have an accreditation program yet, but we are all looking forward to that day when it comes. And I just want to say a huge congratulations to the city of Kalamazoo, the city of Portage, Western Michigan University, because those three agencies are amongst the 77 of 580 agencies in the state of Michigan who have passed this accreditation along with us.
Well, an outstanding job by everyone involved. Congratulations to all. Well, you've been spending some time this week in our nation's capital. Who have you talked with? What have you learned? How's your trip going?
You know, we learned an awful lot this last week. It's great to hear from other sheriffs across the nation, and have programs brought in to identify what police agencies and sheriff's offices can do better, what they're seeing in this nation, and really some of the hurdles that we're all facing. You might be surprised, but one of the hurdles that evidently the entire nation is facing is a lack of people coming to the door asking for employment. So, of course, we talked about ideas to jump those hurdles to make sure that we are able to attract people to come to work for these agencies. And oddly enough, the Kalamazoo County Sheriff's Office turns out is not the only agency offering $15,000 sign-on bonuses for police officers. It's happening across the nation. But it was great. We did have good conversations with Congressman John James, Congresswoman Lisa McClain, Congresswoman Hillary Skolton, Congresswoman Alyssa Slotkin, Senator Gary Peters, and Congressman Bill Huizenga. These congresspersons took time to sit down with the chiefs and some of the sheriff's offices, and I was honored to be part of the sheriff's team to hear each of these people talk yesterday about what they are seeing, and they listen. They listen to what the sheriff's offices are asking for and the things that we see as a need. So it was awesome.
All right. Sounds like a productive trip, but I believe you're heading home today then?
I am. I'm looking forward to some of that nice weather. And this weekend coming up, I recognize that it's going to be pretty good, pretty nice. And down here in D.C., I saw lots of motorcycles and lots of bike people. And, these bikes have bike paths down here in D.C. too, and they work really well, and like the ones in the city of Kalamazoo are working towards. But I want to remind everybody, this weekend can be super nice. That means there's going to be more motorcycles and more bicycles out in the Kalamazoo area. So please start remembering now that these bicycles are out there, that kids are out there playing in their yard, and that if the speed limit says 25 in neighborhoods, you make sure you're doing that or less and watching out for children playing.
Well said. Kalamazoo County Sheriff Richard Fuller joining us for our weekly conversation this morning, live from Washington, D.C., as he heads home from the Sheriff's Association get-together. And we appreciate you taking time to be with us this morning. Safe travels, and we'll talk again next week.
Thank you, Ken.
Appreciate